Hey, good day to you. This is Todd. I'm just a regular dude walking in the Word. Hey, we're going through the book of Galatians right now. The book of Galatians is in the New Testament. It's a letter written by Paul. And today we're reading Galatians chapter 1, verses 6 through 10, and it's called No Other Gospel. Remember, the theme of this whole thing is Paul is writing this letter to confront false teaching that has come into the church. And it's really false teaching from what's called Judaizers, who have wanted to take Christianity and add the Jewish stuff back into it, the Jewish law, okay? And saying, oh, you need to obey the Jewish law. And Paul's going, that's not the way it's supposed to be. Jesus never intended that, okay? So let's read that today. It's Galatians 1, verses 6 through 10. So it says this: I am astonished that you are so quickly deserting the one who called you to live in the grace of Christ, and are turning to a different gospel, which is really no gospel at all. Evidently, some people are throwing you into confusion and are trying to pervert the gospel of Christ. But even if we or an angel from heaven should preach a gospel other than the one we preach to you, let them be under God's curse. As we have already said. So now I say again, if anybody is preaching to you a gospel other than what is accepted, let them be under God's curse. And am I now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God? Or am I trying to please people? If I were still trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ. Okay. Let's break this down. This passage here, you're going to find when you get through the into this section here in Galatians, well, all of Paul's letters, there's a lot of good information in there. So he's saying, first of all, I'm astonished that you are so quickly deserting what this grace, the gospel of grace, that you're so quickly deserting that and are turning to that different gospel. Paul had already been through the area. He had done his missionary journey, and this is an area of Turkey, modern-day Turkey. He had gone through there and started these churches, and now the people are being led astray because of these false teachers coming in. He's appalled, like, hey, wait a minute, why are you doing that? And then he goes on. He says, evidently some people are throwing you into confusion and are trying to pervert the gospel of Jesus Christ. And which is true. And you're thinking, oh yeah, that's nice for them. That was happening. Well, no, it's still happening today. You have different people coming along and they're perverting the gospel. The gospel is just a simple message of salvation, okay? But they make it sometimes more complex and add things to it, okay? There's a song. It's a black spiritual song, and it drives me crazy when I hear that song because it says, "If you live right, heaven is there for you. If you live right, heaven is there for you." Okay, and that's not the gospel at all. Okay, if I live right, no, Jesus didn't say, "Oh, now if you live right." No, that you're going back to the law. Okay, it's I'm saved through faith in Jesus Christ, through grace. Okay, if I live right is taking away the grace. Okay, so he is saying, we need to be focused on that grace here. And then he goes in verse 8, but even if we or an angel from heaven should preach a gospel other than the one we preached to you, let them be under God's curse. He's mad about this, okay? And he's saying they're under curse. He's cursing them here if they preach something like that. And then he goes on and says it again in verse 9, and we have already said, so now I say it again. He's going to repeat it. If anybody is preaching to you a gospel other than what you accepted, let them be under God's curse. Okay? It's a real simple message, and that's what Paul is saying here. And you're letting these people come in and lead you astray. Cursed be those people. Okay? Verse 10 is the last verse, and where he's saying, and we'll talk about this more tomorrow. Am I trying to please God, or am I trying to please human beings? Okay, so we'll talk about that tomorrow. But I wanted you to see that there's really no other gospel, okay? And so then the gospel is only through Jesus, okay? Accepting him and believing him and confessing him as Lord and Savior, okay? Thanks for watching. I'm just a regular dude walking in the Word, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow as we continue our journey through the book of Galatians. Lord's blessing. I'll see you then.